We on here today. Let's get it rolling. We was on this morning. Is it me and some other people connected. I was on here this morning, and I'm deciding to get on again. And it's really more so for the sake of me growing my company. Okay, growing my company, and then just continuing to connect with people in my journey. Yeah, I've been consistent. Yeah, I've been consistent. So let's just see who gonna have to show up today. I'm gonna try to give y'all about a good hour of time, probably, or about like 20, 40 minutes, something like that. Probably an hour. It just depends on how we doing today. How we doing? I'm a little cold though. Like I don't know. I just like having my pullover on because it just feel like it's just not warm right now. So yeah, as y'all know, I'm working on my business. That's all I'm doing. And it's some things I have noticed since I have been working on trying to get my clientele established. One thing I noticed is that I'm getting better every day. Like I'm getting better every day at I'm getting better at just like how I call out to people and just me knowing the system and understanding like how things work, y'all. So I'm on my computer navigating over here. So if y'all see me like not really all focused on the live, well, I'm gonna be focused on it, but I'm also trying to focus on some things. Right? Let me see. Oh, I thought I had one person in here. I thought I had at least one person. I guess not. Oh wow. Okay, so I'm over here navigating some things, y'all. Oh, there we go. All right, we don't got nobody yet. Okay, we gonna hold it out. We gonna hold it out. Okay, so they still ain't paid me. I was talking about that earlier how this company ain't paid me, but it's all good. We just gonna have to wait, which sucks. But the hardest part of trying to find clients that I have noticed is yo, you say yo, what's good, bro? Hope you are well. I'm an independent artist from South Africa. I just dropped a track called Street Talk, Real Life Lessons type of vibe. If you're open to reacting. Okay, that sounds interesting. So you a rapper? It's like a rapper. You're a rapper. Yeah. So it's nice. It's called Street Talk. I'm just kind of curious since you dropped it in here. I'm just like, I mean, let me see. Street Talk. I'm just curious because I'm so happy that I just got people from everywhere that's actually coming on here reacting to my live. So I'm so surprised at that. But let me see. What's the name of the person? Is it? I don't know. What's up, y'all? What's going on? What's up, y'all? Hit that subscribe button. I'm on here every day. Catch me live every day, maybe once or twice, maybe even three times. Yeah. But okay, we got some people left, which is cool. But all right, let's just make this natural. Okay, let's make this natural because it's what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna let the people sway me from staying focused. All right. So so first of all, what I'm talking about is how I'm learning something every day from what's up mate, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, y'all. I'm trying to grow my business. I teach Spanish, I teach French, and I do English and Spanish interpretation. So I'm trying to grow my business. Part of my brand is YouTube. That's part of the brand, and that's what I'm doing. So yeah, as you can see, LGBT vibes. I mean, I'm truly representing who I am, and how I say hi in French, salut, salut. So, and the reason why I'm doing this is because, like the way that this works, like the business models with the work that I do, is you have, and maybe this can help some people out too, you know what I'm saying? So you have like the company or the person that wants the service, right? So I'm letting you know what I'm trying to do. what I'm doing. I'm not even gonna say trying no more. So you have the person at the top, which is the company, right? So that person needs a Spanish interpreter, which would be me, or they need it could be a French teacher, which would be me, or it could be a Spanish teacher, which would be me, right? So it would this is how it works. So you got the I need to do a demonstration so y'all can see it. That'll be kind of fire on it. But you got the company at the top. So the company says, hey, I need a Spanish interpreter. This company wants the interpreter, right? This is the company. So you got the middleman, which is the platform or the vendor in the middle. And they're saying that, yes, we can find someone to speak Spanish for you. Boom. And I'm at the bottom, and that vendor calls, well, they send me they send me the work. They send the work to me. So I'm at the bottom of the list. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what I'm trying to do is cut out the one that's in the middle and go straight to the company or the person. That's what I'm doing. The work I'm currently doing is the same thing. I'm just trying to cut out the middle person. Y'all get what I mean? I'm trying to do that. Yeah, so I have been working on it every day. Yeah, and I think even though I'm not being paid by YouTube, which is all right with me, y'all pay me what y'all like. Y'all pay me with just watching me. Y'all pay me. I love it. You know, everything ain't got to be monetary. But I love that it's something that I created. You know, sometimes the dream is a lot bigger, okay? Like, so I love the fact that this is just something I created. Something that I can say that, you know, this is what I've set up. This is what I did. Right, I'm the actual vendor at this point. Or would I be the vendor? Yeah, I'm the vendor. I am the vendor. And that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm doing it every day. So when y'all subscribe, y'all support me. It don't have to be monetary, but I'm a vendor of my own channel, okay? I'm the vendor. Y'all are the customers, right? We don't have to have no money, but y'all the customers technically. Y'all the one that I'm providing the service to. So I'm the direct vendor. You the client. You're the client. And I'm the what is the channel about? Language, culture, and dance. So if you like 90s nostalgia, languages, this what the channel about. Okay. Some people saying some bad things on here. Some people got some negative comments. It's alright though. It's alright about that. So hey, what's up, Star? So y'all get what I'm breaking down? What I'm saying? Can you understand what I'm saying? Like, you have like the vendor, you have the company, you got the vendor, and then you got the customer. Well, wait a minute. Now you got the company, the vendor, and then you got me. Like, I'm like number 3. So the company is the one that's paying for the service, right? But they going through the vendor to get to me. I'm trying to become the vendor so I don't have to have the vendor. Like, let's take the vendor out. And let's put me as the vendor. And let's just have a company and then me. Just a company and me. Right now, it's 3 different layers. So, and that's what I've learned since I've been trying to grow my business. ¿Cómo estás? Hola, ¿cómo estás? You said I'm making up with. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. So you said creating is not a real world. Why are you labeling yourself a language channel? What do you mean by it creating? I don't know what you mean. Why am I labeling myself a language channel? What do you mean by that? And can you tell me what you trying to say? Yeah, because I don't get what you said. I speak Spanish, English, and French. Hablo español, francés, e inglés, okay? Je parle français, l'espagnol, et anglais. Je parle 3 langues. So I don't know what you're talking about. I'm still a language channel, but I'm a real language channel. Like, you know, I'm gonna show who I am. You know what I'm saying? I feel all 3 now. No, I'm a real channel. Like, you don't have to be no boring language channel. Like, you don't have to be boring, like a textbook type of language type person. You don't have. I'm not a textbook boring type of just language person. Go to my website, russelltrilingual.com, and then you can book me directly. I am the vendor. Like, I am the vendor. I'm the vendor and you are the client. It's just between us. No middleman. Okay? So you said this is a language creativity thinking channel and you're making up words. Okay, so what words you talking about I'm making up? What words am I making up? Do you speak any different language? Yeah, you speak zero languages. Impressive. Okay, I don't get what that mean. What he's saying. You said this is a language. Your website has 127 views ever. My website? You looking at my website? What's my website name then? Since you looking it up. And I'm just curious, since you looking up my website, what's the name of it? Uh, People just on here just uh, right. I speak Spanish, English, and French, y'all. That's what I speak. Okay, so this person said, uh, you cannot speak English, never mind Spanish or French. Okay, and then he said he gives the most basic of Spanish and French. Totally a fake channel. You just said the name of the site. Do you have short-term memory loss to boot? Okay, so we're gonna have to make you have some loss right now and not being on here no more. So you must have like a loss right now, which is no longer here on my page. Comment a été ma journée? Ma journée s'est passée bien. Ma journée s'est passée bien. Comme j'ai dit, j'étais en train d'appeler les entreprises parce que je travaillais, je suis freelance. Et j'ai appelé plusieurs entreprises pour essayer de offrir mon service comme interprète. Mais je ne suis pas interprète de français, je suis un interprète d'espagnol et anglais. C'est ce que je fais. Right? Yeah, so you said I'm gay and think you're okay, go ahead, subscribe. Right. So I do speak French. So I hate when people try to tell me I can't speak it. I speak French. I speak Spanish better because I'm in Mexico, so I speak better. You said you speak French so right. Let me take a screenshot of that. Right. Je parle le français très bien. Tu comprends ce que je dis? Right. Petit con. Les petits cons, ils disent les choses comme ça et je n'aime pas ça. Et je l'ai bloqué. Right? So it's just like, I can speak French. That's not French. What is that then? I just told somebody off in French. I said petit con. That's like, you stupid. Right. Petit con. Look at that. Petit con. I was talking about the one that was just on here. Yeah, so I speak French. It's so weird to hear French with an American accent. So I'm a real channel, y'all, and I speak Spanish. I speak Spanish too. I speak Spanish, yes. Did I pass the French test? Because I speak French and I speak Spanish. J'ai réussi l'examen en français. Je parle bien. Tu comprends ce que je dis? Oui. So I speak French. Tu viens d'où? Tu viens d'où? Like, come on, man. Y'all playing. It's actually fun, though. It's actually fun to when people doubt. Somebody saying nigga and they about to be blocked. Yeah. No, I'm not French. But I speak. Hola, señor. Hola, señor. ¿Cómo estás? Like, I speak Spanish, too. And I got the southern accent, so that makes me stand out from anybody else. I must have got a southern accent from Memphis, Tennessee. Mais je parle l'espagnol, le français. J'habite en ce moment au Mexique. Ça fait déjà presque 6 ans que je vis ici. Sí, también hablo español también. Sí, hablo español porque ya llevo como 6 años casi aquí en México. Pero es que tengo el acento del sur en inglés. Like, I got this southern accent like Project Pat and like all of them. You know, tengo ese acento. Como Glorilla, right? Pero hablo el español impecablemente. Okay, te invito a que te suscribas, hermano. So, yeah. So, I don't have to lie to y'all. What I tell you on the channel is the truth. Speak Spanish, French. That's why I'm called Russell Trilingual. I'm Russell Trilingual because I'm trilingual. As a matter of fact, Steven, I reside in France if you have a doubt. Okay, you in France. Okay, tu habites en France. Comment tu as découvert mon chien? Comment tu as trouvé mon chien? Dis-moi dans les commentaires. Parce que c'est la première fois que je te vois ici. Oui, bien sûr. Je crois que je peux parler les langues très bien. Je peux apprendre les langues très vite. Oui, bien sûr. So, pourquoi tu dis les choses comme ça, tout petit quand je vais te bloquer maintenant? Parce que je n'aime pas ça. La haine, je n'aime pas la haine sur ma chaîne. Right, c'est bon, c'est mal. Like, je n'aime pas ça. Okay, so came up randomly. So we found it, man. Okay, so y'all gonna subscribe if you random on here, whatever how you came. LGBT topics, whatever y'all want to talk about, you know, we welcome to everything to talk about anything y'all want to talk about. But it's languages. We doing languages, we do nostalgia, and we do culture, right? So this we do. What's up, Paisley? What's going on? Yeah, but yeah, if y'all want to learn Spanish, I have my own website where I teach Spanish to people that want to learn Spanish. You can sign up for a class, or French. You can sign up for either one of the classes and we can learn a session. A free consultation. The consultation is free. Russell Trilingual. Yeah, it's got 2 L's in it. So it's russelltrilingual.com. Yeah. You want to know more about it? Okay, so what language are you interested in learning? So I talk about how much I charge once we do our consultation. So I even do English too. I do English, Spanish, and French. I teach all 3 languages. Yep, so, and then I do Spanish and English and Turkish. So you want to do Spanish? Okay, go to russelltrilingual.com. Do I need to show y'all? I can show y'all how the site looks so y'all can just see. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. Hold up. I got my iPad right here. Yeah, and I'm in Mexico, so I can teach y'all Mexican Spanish because I'm in Mexico. I can teach y'all all of that. And then I'm a Spanish interpreter. But I'm finna show you the website right quick. I'm finna show it to you right quick. Let me see. Here we go right here. This is it. So Russell Trilingual, that's my logo. You see the little cassette tape? And that's me. Look at that smile. Look at that. That's the smile. And then you just sign up for, if you want Spanish. If you want Spanish, you just go right here. But you can book a consultation on there too. You can book a Spanish consultation. And we're going to learn Spanish together. So you get an hour of learning with me. 30 minutes. You could do 30 minutes so if you want like a little quick, really quick lesson. But I don't do no less than 30 minutes. I could do daily classes if you want them daily. But I charge by the session. So I charge by, you can do a 30-minute class or you can do an hour. So I charge by the session. That's how I charge. Yep. So depending on your level, like if you want something real quick, you can do 30 minutes, but an hour is like my max time. So either 30 minutes or an hour. So that's how I charge. Yes. For Spanish. So we'll connect through a video call. It could be Zoom. It could be this person said you can't even speak English, dude. Well, what do you speak then? Like, look here, I gotta get you off of my channel. Bye. Bye. Okay, so anyway, yeah, I offer combos. I offer combos too. Yes, I offer combos. I do. Where are you from? Where are you originally from? I offer combos or I do like sessions. So, yes. Where are you from? Only thing you got to do is go on there and just book your free consultation. The consultation is free. 15 minutes free. You talk directly to me, okay? And then in that consultation, we talk about what are your goals, what are you trying to do, you know, what your Spanish level is. We talk about that and then we go from there. Yeah, but your consultation is a free consultation. So I don't charge none for the consultation. Consultation is free. So I had one person that booked so far. So I'm trying to get other people too that want to learn, you know. So slowly but surely, I've been getting people to book. Like it's been a slow process, but I've been getting people to book. You said my roots. are Indian, but I was born in France and stay here till. Oh, okay, that's very interesting. I love that. Like, because you're on the right channel. So subscribe to the channel. I would suggest that, so we can definitely keep in contact that way. You can see the videos and stuff I post. And I mean, I speak French, which you see, I speak French. So, and then I speak Spanish and of course English. So go ahead and subscribe. So you already subscribed. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So if you want to learn Spanish, just go to the site. Okay. Live about, what is my live about? Okay. So we were talking about first, what I was saying was that, what I do is I do two things. I work for my own business right online, and then I also have a freelance clients that I freelance for, but it's got that like it's got the company, the vendor, and I'm like at the bottom. So I'm still transitioning to cut out the middleman so I can just have direct clients for the services that I offer. So that's one thing we touched on. And then we also said I do nostalgia and 90s. Nostalgia, 90s culture, dance. So when you see my channel, you think of language, dance, and culture when you see my channel. So that's what we're really talking about. He's talking about, this person here is talking about they want to like sign up for my Spanish classes that I offer. So it's kind of like a few different things in one we're talking about. It's not just one thing, but mainly my business and where am I going with my business? That's the main thing we're talking about. And he said he was interested. This person said they was interested in wanting to sign up for the classes. Right. So if y'all want to sign up, you can sign up. Now just go to the russelltrilingual.com and you will be able to sign up, and we'll talk about how much I charge in the first consultation. So we do a consultation. Your consultation is free, so you don't have to pay me for no consultation, but we set up a price within the consultation. You said, bro, I could use some French classes too. Forgot most of it has been almost 6 years since I came to India. Okay, but your native language is French? Like the classes I teach for French are the basic to intermediate. That's the classes I teach. So, I mean, if you got an intermediate level, I mean, you could still sign up, but if you don't know Spanish, I think Spanish probably would be really like more helpful for you if you don't know Spanish. But if you want to sign up for the French, we can do French too. But I'm thinking if you live there that long, I'm like, do you think you necessarily need, like, what kind of French do you need? Because I don't know if my classes, they could be helpful to you. It depends on, like, I do basic to intermediate French. Yep, and like I said, all my sessions are between 30 minutes and an hour. So I just think an hour is like probably like better because it'll cover more for you. Yeah, and how old are you? Just out of curiosity, how old are you? Check out the website at least though. Just go on there and just at least check out what's on there. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. You'll be a perfect candidate. You'll be a perfect candidate for French. Yeah. If you sign up for French or Spanish, you'll be a perfect candidate. Oh, in a few months? Okay. Yeah, but yeah, you'll be a perfect candidate for the French. Put your hoodie on inside out, then zip it up and then leave it on inside out because I'm begging you. I'm really, this is crazy. Garcia, where you from, Daniel? How old are you, Daniel? Daniel Garcia. How old are you, Daniel Garcia? I'm trying to see the age group. We got somebody 16. Daniel Garcia, I don't know how old he is, but how old are you, Daniel Garcia? Do you speak Spanish, Daniel? Daniel Garcia. Do you speak Spanish? Y'all go and subscribe if y'all haven't subscribed. Subscribe to the channel, y'all. I love to see you. Why would you love to see me do that? I mean, it's weird. You don't think that's kind of weird? Like, I'm trying to focus on one topic on this channel. And I'm talking about my business. I'm talking about my real life and the languages and stuff. They don't have nothing to do with what I'm talking about. So, no, I can't do that for you. Because it don't have nothing to do with the topic. Right. So, no. Unless you're here for languages or any one of those things, then that's the only way that I can really address that. Bro, I gotta go right now, but will surely come to your live tomorrow and have a great. Yeah, come tomorrow and don't forget to check out my website. Yeah, I'll probably be on tomorrow. I'm on mostly every day, so yeah, cause it's just me trying to just continue to work on growing my business. So, what else could I say, y'all? We talking about a lot of stuff. Well, yeah, that's the only thing I can really talk about my business. Like I'm really trying to like really drive people to it so I can get some customers. Um, and like I say, the hardest part about doing it is just finding somebody consistently. But I know I can do it though. I know I can do it though. I know I'm 100% sure I can do it. So as you can see in the description, you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, how old are you, Daniel? I'm talking to you, Daniel. How old are you? I'm talking directly to you. Directly to you, Daniel. Daniel Garcia. How old is Daniel Garcia? How old is he? Cause you typing a lot of stuff on here, but I'm just like, how old? I'm just wondering the age group of the people that ask these or comment like this. We got two people. What's up, y'all? Peace, peace, peace. What's up? So I'm probably not gonna be on here long today. I got some stuff I got to work on anyway. But I appreciate y'all for stopping by. I'm still on right now, so I'm not going nowhere right now. But because I'm very determined. Okay. Nope. 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 That's it. This is crazy. So we got one person so far. I'll be back, y'all. Hold on. I'll be back. I'll be back. Give me about. I know when I get back, it's gonna be 0 people up in here. I already know how it works. So, but anyway, I'll be back. People leave fast. Let me see. We got 0 people. I know how it works. Like, people leave so fast on their lives. I don't even have to look at the live until now. Oh, we got one person. Okay. Well, y'all surprised me then. Y'all really surprised me. I thought everybody was gonna be gone. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna wait on me. But yeah, so we trying this. We trying to do this. My business plan right now, y'all, is to cut the middleman out. How can we cut the middleman out? Tell me how. How can we cut that middleman out? Like if you're working for a company, how do you cut the middleman? Would you say that everybody that work, almost most people have a middleman though? Do y'all think most people that work have a middleman or not? That's what I'm asking. Do most people have a middleman or you don't think they do? Like for example, when I worked at the bank years ago, I mean they are technically a middleman. They were. Because like I said, they were taking in the money and I was just providing the service. But they was getting, of course, the money first. Man, that make me hate that now. It's crazy. But it was an experience that I learned from, though. I learned from the experience. And sometimes you got to really be in tough positions in order to really become independent. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, like when we see stuff happen, yeah, so imagine like back then when I was doing that type of work, I mean, now that I think about it and I'm really focusing on my business, I can see looking back at that. You saying true that, right? True that, right? Like most of the times, I feel like when we working somewhere, most of the times it's always like a middleman. Like just in most situations, I would say, unless you just doing your own thing. You know what I'm saying? Unless you just doing your own thing, and it's kind of like the problem I'm facing right now is more like I'm in two different lanes right now. So in one lane is my own independent business where I am the vendor. You know what I'm saying? So the vendor, you know what a vendor is. And then I'm also in another lane where there is the company, vendor, and me. Or I can just say really the vendor and me together. So we're together, but the vendor is getting all of the work that I'm trying to get through my company individually. So that's what I'm really trying to get to now. Like I'm trying to transition to cut the middleman out. That's it. Like it's to make it easier said, I'm just trying to cut the middleman out so I can have direct clients. And that's been the most challenge to me to do, but I'm still working on it every day. And this is part, when y'all subscribe to my channel, it helps me out. It helps me out. Maybe not directly with my business, like just directly, but I don't think it's really just about the money though. You know what I'm saying? Like some things in dreams is like, it's not about, I mean, money important, y'all, but like for instance, like the platforms I work on now, I can't really control nothing. You know what I'm saying? I have no say so. Like I'm just like a ghost almost. You know what I'm saying? But here it's like, okay, at least I can okay, establish what type of community I'm trying to set up, which I already got. You know, the type of channel that I have. I already got the type of channel I represent. So I just like having that particular, I like to be able to build my own stuff, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like to be able to build my own stuff. Only today, Elon Musk make a rocket to go to space, make an electric car, and make a brain chip. And what did you do today? I mean, come on now, it sound like this like a shade, like some shade, but okay. Well, I worked. I worked today. I worked. Yeah, I worked on my business, freelanced as well. Yeah, so, yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm not gonna probably, let me see, be on here that long today. But yeah. Thank y'all for liking my photos. I appreciate that. Are you No, I'm not a software developer. What I'm talking about right now, I want to stay on topic, but what I'm talking about now is cutting out the middleman. Like right now, I do freelancing and I also have my own business. And I'm talking about cutting out the middleman. So the middleman would be just to have direct clients. Have anybody ever did that transition? Where you was working for somebody and you just started to feel like that since you knew the skill or what was required, that you was like, man, I'm gonna just do my own thing. Like, is any witnesses up in here, anybody that has did that? Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Do you think that, is it anybody in here, raise your hand if you ever did that. Have you ever been working for somebody and it was like a middleman? Like, can we give some examples of what a middleman is? Like, what's a middleman example? It's like a lot of examples of a middleman where you're not working directly with the clients, where you have somebody in the middle, like that person find the clients for you and then you do the work. But it's like, I think it's better to always work for yourself. Like who's experienced something like that? Oh my God. All right, so we just hear crickets right now. We hear crickets. We got 0 people, man. 0 people. Yeah, but who has been in a position where you was working and you cut the middleman out? Like you just had to cut the middleman out. Do y'all think the platforms is actually a middleman? Like YouTube and TikTok? Is that considered a middleman? It's a good question. It's a good question. It actually just came in my mind though. Like, is TikTok and YouTube considered a middleman? Even though you're not necessarily making money all the time from them? Is that like a middleman? I would say yes, right? Wouldn't TikTok and YouTube be like a middleman? Because maybe not a monetary middleman, but I would say it sort of kind of is, because I feel like if you pushing something and you got the intention on pushing it, but then they not showing your stuff, I mean, I would consider it to be like a middleman, because they technically controlling what people see and don't see. So I would see that as like, sort of like, to me, it's like a middleman. Maybe not a traditional middleman like money wise, but I would say yeah. Now that I think of it, yeah. What do y'all think? When you think about it, it kind of is. So we could have been dealing with middleman for a long time, even back before it was social media. Like, when you think about it, because to me, a middleman is a person that's kind of like in the middle, that kind of control what you see, or kind of, control it. So I think that when you look at it overall, life is full of middlemen. You know what I'm saying? It's full of it. So yeah, but OMG, 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 y'all! It's Friday. I mean, I almost said it's Friday. But now, yeah, that's all I gotta really talk about. I mean, like I say, I'm trying to start my business. I'm telling you that I'm trying to cut out the middleman. Have y'all been in a position where you were working for a middleman, and it's like, man, it's kind of like you want to be the vendor. You don't want to be the, what would I call the person on the bottom though? Because you got the company, you got, what's up, the Zuger. So you got the company, you got the middleman, and then you would be, it's kind of like, but it wouldn't be a vendor though. Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. And the vendor, yeah. But I'm talking about, but I would be, yeah, that's true. Because you got the client, you got the company, and then you got me. So yeah, that's true. I will be technically a worker. Yeah. That's like, how did I not figure it out? But yeah, I would be technically the worker, because you have the client, then you have the company, and then you have the vendor. But in my case, there's a client, a company, a platform, and then me. Right? So this in the type of work I do. So you got the client is the person that's needing the Spanish interpretation services. That's the client. The client can be a school, the client could be a hospital, the client could be just anything, anybody. The client could be, yeah, just like that. Yeah, school, nurse, whatever. Right, that's the client. Then you got the company. So the company is the one that controls the platform. The company controls the platform. So the platform is where they send me the work on, right? And then me, I'm considered, like you said, the worker. So like I said, with my company, what I'm doing is I just want it to be the client and me. So we no longer want the company, and we no longer want the platform. Right. We no longer want those two things, because you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I think it's, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want the client and I want me, but I don't want a company and I don't want the platform. And it's like advantages in, well, I don't think it's really that much. The only advantage when you're just dealing with the client and yourself, the only advantage would be really, the only disadvantage would be you got to find your own clients. You got to actually find your own. And like I said, that's the most challenging thing, trying to find your own clients. But I feel like in the long term, it pays off because you don't have nobody else in the middle that's controlling everything. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, a lot of the times they don't even want to really honor what you request for. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to raise, most of the times they're not gonna want to do that because it's cutting into their profit. But I feel like, wow, well, if you're the worker and if it wasn't for you being the worker, then like everything else pretty much fails. I don't know if y'all agree with that because if you got the client, you got the company, and you got right. Let's just say client. Let's just say client, company, and you. There's three things. Let's just cut out the platform and let's just say client, company, and you. There's three different things. So if we got rid of me, right, or you, whatever you want to say, you, which is the service needed, that means the client and the company would not be able to have service. But what they would do is probably just find somebody else, right? So it's a system. So yeah, we just talking about this system, y'all. We just talking about this system, the breakdown. We talking about just being real. Like it's just the reality of the situation. And not just what I do. Like it's not the reality of just what I do. Let me see something right quick. What's up, y'all? What's up? We got two people. So yeah, so what I'm talking about now is why I'm done letting the middleman control my money. Cause that's basically what it is. Like you pretty much just letting the middleman control your money. That's what it is. Yeah. So y'all come on into the live. We talking about the middleman controlling our money. I'm not the only person that's experiencing this situation. I feel like if you work for anybody, I mean you pretty much in the same boat, pretty much. Unless you just got your own business. So yeah, so if y'all want to be part of the live, what I'm talking about is if you're just joining, so if you're just joining the live, I'm talking about how I realized that I was doing all the work, like I'm doing the work, and then companies keep most of the money, so I'm just changing it. Like this what I'm talking about. So if you're just joining, I'm talking about me doing a lot of work, and I realized that the company's just keeping most of the money, and that's what I'm changing. So if you're just joining, so y'all welcome to the live. Come on and join. If you're just joining, that's what the topic is today. We're talking about middlemen, the middleman in business. That's what we're talking about. If you want to be part of this topic, it's the middleman in business. That's what we're talking about. Yep, and I'm sure people that's coming in, that's joining the live, has been through the same thing. Is there anyone here that has experienced a situation where you realize you was doing so much work, but you realized that you could have did it independently on your own to make your own money? Is there anybody in here that has got to that point at this point? So that's what the live is about, in case y'all don't know. If you just joining, that's what it's about. That would be the slave. You said that would be the slave? That you think that's slavery, y'all? It's like digital slavery, right? Like digital slavery. Right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, so that's what I realized. Like, I realized that I was doing most of the work, really all of the work, like all of the work, not most of the work. Like I do all the work, right? And they keep most of the money. Right? So That's how it is. And like I said, it's not just like that with me. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, when I look back at a lot of companies and stuff I work for, it's really the same thing. Unless you just got your own business. Like when you really think about it, like unless you just got your own business, I don't really see no way that this around it. Like you would have to have your own business in order to not be in that specific system or that specific situation. Right. So anybody in here that's had a similar experience to that, where you eventually started your own business, like maybe you started out like working for somebody, and like if you got a skill based job, like it could be an interpreter, you could do hair, cut hair. Like some people cut hair, but technically it's a middleman. You know what I'm saying? Right? Like if you working in somebody's shop, and I'm not saying it's bad, y'all. Like I'm not saying that it's bad if you work for somebody and there is. I'm not just saying it just is. I mean, but I feel like at a certain point, once you get to a certain level of like, okay, I got this experience, it just start to feel more like, okay, like why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? You know, people grow. People grow as they become experienced with stuff. So, like I'm saying, like you got so many different examples of what I'm trying to say. Like it's not just with my profession and what I do, but you also have that with beauticians, you have that with barbers, you know, they go and work in somebody's shop. You know what I'm saying? So working in somebody's shop is not the same as if you was independent and you work for yourself. It's two different things. Like if you're in the shop, okay, you gotta pay booth rent, you gotta pay, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like that's what I'm saying, and I'm just relating it to what I'm transitioning to. What I'm doing is just cutting out the middleman. Yeah. So I just always feel like it's best once you have enough experience doing something, cut out the middleman and just get your own clients. That's always the easiest thing. And once you get a steady amount of clients, you good. Yeah. So if y'all just doing it, joining, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about changing this system. Okay. Now I'm not talking about just changing everything for everybody. This is just more like my personal experience. And this is just more me talking to people to see what their experience is and to maybe influence somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like words are powerful, y'all. So if y'all are just joining, I'm talking about how I realized that I was doing all of the work and the companies were receiving most of the money, right? And I'm changing that. That's the topic today. I am changing that. We may have some other people in here that have changed it. How did it go for you? What was your challenges when you tried to do it? Was it easy for you? Was it difficult for you? I mean, I could talk about my experience. Was it easy? Is it difficult for me? And I'm gonna do that now. Okay. So I feel like it's so easy, and I can sort of kind of see the mental behind it. Like, it's so easy to just go and work for the middleman. Like, it's so easy because it's like you ain't gotta find no clients. You ain't gotta do none of it. You know what I'm saying? And it take time. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the payoff is actually better in the long run if you working for yourself and you cut out the middleman. It's just how it is. So I always go back and say how I had this company that I work for where I already sort of kind of had that ideology that like, okay, it's really the middleman, like in the middle of this, right? So like I said, I was connecting every day. They call volume was like good. But when you working with the middleman, they're not going to want to negotiate with you like that. I'm telling you, y'all. Like with a direct client, I feel like you could. But I feel like with a middleman, it's like, because you got to understand, like they want to profit off of you. You know what I'm saying? Off of your talent, what you do. So let's just say, for instance, we're going to give another example on how a middleman can work. And it could be like a non-monetary middleman type thing. All right. So let's just say, for instance, like I got my own YouTube channel, right? And hold up. Let me see. Right. So yeah, yeah. So what's happening? What I was saying, like, what's happening is that dang, what I was talking about. So I was talking about actually how it works. You know how it works, like with the middleman, with the company, and with the client. Well, the company would be technically, so we got the client, vendor, and worker. So I would be considered the worker, right? So I would be considered the worker, and then the middleman is the person that's finding the workers, right? And then the person up top is gonna be the client. So just say for instance, if you ask for a haircut, right, and I'm the person, I'm technically, well, yeah, you would technically be the client. So if you ask for a haircut, you technically would be the client, right? But then the vendor would be who? And then who would be the worker? Something to think about, right? Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know nothing about the empire, but y'all, if y'all just joining, if you're just joining, the topic is about how companies, some companies, from my personal experience, um, you do all the work, they keep most of the money, and they keep most of the money, and yeah, they keep most of the money. You do most of the work, right? And we talking about change. I'm talking about changing it from my personal experience. I'm trying to change that for me. Maybe this can inspire someone else to change it for them. So, like I said, if you go to the barber shop, you have the. I need to study some business. That's what I need to do. I need to study that all day. But you have the middleman. Oh my God. So you have the client, right? The client, the one that needs the service. So if I go to a barber shop, which I do go to the barber shop, if you go to the barber shop, beauty shop, or whatever, you have yourself as the client, right? So you're the client. And then you have the vendor. So the barber shop would be the vendor, right? They're the ones that technically is selling that service. They have the vendor. So it is the vendor, right? And then you got the worker. But the worker is like the last one because you got the client, which is number one. You got the vendor, which is number two. And then you got the worker, which is number three, right? So that's like if you went to the beauty shop. So let's just say, for instance, I'm the worker and I'm doing your hair or I'm cutting your hair or whatever. Let's say, for instance, I'm the worker, right? And then you're going to be the client because you coming into the barbershop and you like, man, I really need a haircut or I need somebody to do my hair or whatever. So you're going to technically be the client. You're the customer. You could say customer, but client sound more professional. And then you have the vendor, which is the barbershop. Okay. I don't think that if you just starting out working doing something like barber or something like that and you don't have no client base, I don't think it's nothing wrong with you just working for the vendor. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I think that's good. It's smart. You know what I'm saying? Smart to work for the vendor. But what about when you get to the point where you start getting so many clients and they asking you like, do you got your own service? Do you got your own shop? And stuff like that. Then you might want to transition and just work directly with the client. So that would cut out that middleman that's in that middle. Right. So that's what my live is about. And that's what I'm trying to change with my current setup as an interpreter. Exactly. Exactly. Because I think at a certain point, you get to the point where it's like, okay, I want to change that. You know what I'm saying? But you got to understand how things work in order to change. Why do y'all think that people may not change and they may stay with the vendor instead of become? So you basically would become the vendor. That's what that basically would be. So if you are the worker, you will move up and you will become the vendor. You become the vendor and then you just dealing directly with the client. But with some reasons that y'all think that somebody might just stay with the vendor? Like, what do y'all think is some reasons why they'll be like, I don't want to switch up. Well, I can speak for myself. I can speak for myself for why I have stayed with vendors. I'm gonna speak for me. So I think that the reason why I have is because it's scary. Like, you starting your own business or you trying to get direct clients is very scary. You know what I'm saying? Very scary. But I got to a point where it was like, well, what do I have to lose if I tried to get my own vendors? Like, what do I really have to lose? Like, I have nothing to really lose.